All right, what's up guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Basics of Strongman. Today in episode 7, we're going to be talking a little bit about supplementation. So let's get straight into it. The very first thing that I want to say when talking about supplements is that your first line of concern when it comes to nutrition should be your diet. Supplements are just the icing on the cake. You need to make sure that your diet is all set and squared away. Make sure that you know your body well enough to be ingesting things that agree with you and avoiding things that don't agree with you. And so when talking about supplements, I'm going to go through a couple of the different things that I've utilized and I suggest clients to utilize. The first thing that we're going to talk about is fats. So there's a common debate between flaxseed oil and fish oil and which one is better. And it seems with most people, fish oil tends to be a little bit better for them. It is a little bit higher in EPA and DHA. I prefer flaxseed oil, but that is only for me. And actually the majority of clients that I work with have preferred fish oil. So I suggest that you try them both out, see which one you enjoy better. Flaxseed is mostly ALA, and I'm using a lot of three-letter abbreviations for these fats. So, what are they? What is EPA? What is DHA? What is ALA? These are just different omega-3 fatty acids. There's more than 10 kinds. These are just the ones that happen to be of concern when we're talking about fish oil and flaxseed oil. So why should you care, right? So in the body, omega-6 fatty acids can convert over to omega-3 fatty acids, and then different omega-3 fatty acids can convert over to other different omega-3 fatty acids. In this instance, ALA is a precursor for the metabolism and creation of EPA and DHA inside your body. So it depends on really where you're deficient. So these supplements, again, are just supplementing what you're already missing or supplementing what you may need more of. And so when you ingest ALA, you're getting a 1 to 10% conversion into EPA and a 0.5 to 5% conversion into DHA. That is with the proper vitamins, minerals, cofactors, everything that's associated with that metabolism and conversion. That's a little bit outside the scope of what I want to address in this series. And so basically what you need to know is try each one of them out individually, see which one you like better, maybe even try them both out a little bit and see what works best for you, okay? So moving on to the next category that I want to talk about is protein. So for protein, I keep it pretty basic. I just like to deal with whey protein concentrate or whey protein isolate. The only thing that you should really know about the difference between those two is there's quite a bit more cholesterol in the whey protein concentrate. So if you are watching your cholesterol ingestion, you're going to want to lean more towards the whey protein isolate, and that will be digested and metabolized a little bit more quickly. So if you're looking for a longer digesting protein, I personally suggest just going with modifying the diet, adding things in like cottage cheese, things that digest a little bit more slowly. So what you need to know about protein supplements is they're just good for increasing the protein within the diet. And then we're looking over to carbs. I like to supplement with a little bit of dextrose or maltodextrin if I'm looking for increasing my carbohydrate intake, not from natural foods. Dextrose can be beneficial after a workout. It is a readily digestible form of glucose, and it is, you basically, I'm trying to think of how to put it most simply. When you ingest table sugar, it's half glucose, half fructose, and when it's separated, then you get the monosaccharides, glucose and fructose will go through metabolism into F1P, which is a pro-fat storage compound, but you circumvent that with ingestion of dextrose because it's just glucose, and it seems to, not store, it seems to be beneficial in replenishing glycogen stores and things of that nature. Moving on to creatine, I suggest people to try it. There's several different types, and the type can matter for the individual. Personally, I have tried monohydrate several times, and I cannot handle it. It always messes my stomach up, and I can't seem to get through that process of it. But I have successfully utilized creatine hydrochloride, and so there are several different types. I suggest people try different types if they're interested in that, and none of these supplements are things that you have to be consuming. They're things that you would maybe experiment with, see if you like them, see if they bring a benefit to you. So always keep that in mind when we're talking about any of these things. And the last thing I want to address is AAKG, which is alpha arginine ketoglutarate, and that is just an arginine supplement that I think it's a really nice supplement to utilize. The only downside would be with individuals who have a propensity towards cold sores or anything of that nature. The additional arginine ingestion can cause those kind of flare-ups. So if that pertains to you, then I would avoid the supplement. And if that also does pertain to you just in everyday life, I would suggest ingestion of lysine, because lysine can inactivate a lot of the metabolites of arginine and things that would be promoting those kind of viral events. Anyway, this is a little bit more technical than I wanted to get into with this episode of the Basics of Strongman, but sometimes we're gonna dabble in that. And if you guys enjoy the video, please like, share, make sure you check out the rest of the playlist for the Basics of Strongman. This is where we're talking about the very basics of getting into Strongman, what you need to know about beginning your journey in that sport. And then if you are interested in the more complicated and nuanced things within the sport of strongman, then I highly suggest checking out the Strongman Theory course, where we talk about the more complex aspects of competition in strongman and structuring your training, long-term goal setting, things of that nature. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.